one? Who's going to buy the second one? T-shirt number 2 is there. Who's going to do 3? Anybody? 3? Nobody for 3. Okay. So we would go, so logically it doesn't make sense, right? Like, why would one T-shirt that looks the same as the other one actually be 17,000 times more expensive? Doesn't make sense. Okay, so let's take the next slide out. Yes. All right. This is the brand of T-shirt number 1. Okay, brand of T-shirt number 2. Tristan, a lovely Montreal brand, in case you haven't known, for my Canadian friends, built in Montreal. Peggy, T-shirt number 3. Da 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 da. Oh. Did you hear that in the room? Aha! Now, do we see the difference? There we go. Yes, exactly.
Hey, I'm the devil. Watch out.
So let's look at the pricing then. The last slide in your folder. Gildan. Also a Canadian company, actually, that grew up in America, apparently, according to the website. $3.37. And if we look at Tristan, $29.50. And Prada, Peggy, $580.50. So here's the crazy thing about it. Now, when you look at these, have you ever bought a T-shirt or other clothing in the number 3 category, in the 3rd category, designer? We have, right? These models here are actually from the websites where you see a black T-shirt that has no logo. So somebody who's buying the T-shirt for $580, they're the only ones that know it's a Prada T-shirt. Other people don't, right? Okay, I'm going to keep going, but I want to thank our volunteers. Please give our volunteers a big round of applause. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You want my Prada back?
You can have the T-shirts. You can keep them. My gift to you. So here is the thing. Why are we spending $580.50 on a T-shirt when we can buy it for so much cheaper? Why are we spending that amount of money on a T-shirt that doesn't even have the logo on the front that people can see? Yes?
Well, I was just going to add, maybe security or assuredness, because my assumption is the cheap one is going to be made of cheap material.
Yes.
Well.
Yes, that's a really great point. And I completely agree with you, and my logic goes there too, except when we see the oh my gosh, what's the math term? When you're like looking at the context, it's 17,000 times more expensive. Can the quality of a T-shirt really be 17,000 times more? No, right? So this is what you're paying for right here. You're paying for elegance. You're paying for social rank. You are paying for prestige. So when you're buying Prada, what Prada's doing for you is saying, when you buy our brand, this is how we're going to make you feel. This is what we are going to give you. Right? And that is essentially what we're paying for. We're paying so much more for something, even though we think the quality might be better, we're paying astronomically more because Prada's making us feel this way. So, post-pandemic, we've gone through a lot. A lot of people see themselves really dim. But what branding does is brands help you to see that you are much brighter. When you're wearing that Prada T-shirt and only you know that the label says Prada, nobody else, you still feel good because you're like, I'm wearing Prada, and Prada stands for this. And so brands help that other people make them feel much bigger and better, and they feel like they belong to something exclusive. So here's the question in your speaking business. How do you make your audiences feel? Are you helping them feel bigger, feel better? Are you connecting with them the way Prada is? What is your promise to them? Prada's promise is, I'm going to give you prestige. I'm going to give you social rank. What is your promise to your audiences when you're speaking to them? How are you making them feel?
Hello, I'm Bob Bradley of MD2MD. We help operational business leaders become even more confident leaders, even more competent leaders, and even more motivated leaders. I'm at the Professional Speakers Conference, and I've just been learning from a superb speaker called Keka how important emotions are in communicating your brand, and that's the 3 emotions we create. If you're interested in developing your brand, Keka is one of the best speakers I've seen at this conference, or indeed over the last 20 years of booking over 100 speakers.